Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and well, it's that time now where I answer to our yearly Q&A. So hope you got a lot of good questions for me. So maybe I'll be able to do this in parts because, like I said, so a lot of times I do this stuff in parts because it takes a long time. So, but anyway. Let's get down to it. Try to answer these as quick as I could, so I'll make it as an all-night project. But no need to rush off it though. But still, all right. Let's get down to it. This one started the very last one, which may be an odd question, but I don't know. But by at Ryan Hop 6732 says thought manga outsell comic book. So you used to try saying that can manga outsell comic books? I mean, probably not. I mean, comic books has been around a lot longer than manga. So, like, I mean, since the 30s, since the first Superman or Batman or the old comic book characters, right? So I don't think that comic books can outsell manga, or manga can outsell comic books. I mean, millions and millions and millions of manga has been sold, so I don't know. Maybe I would say probably can't. I also say they can't sell, but I think they're both top marketing sellers of comic books and manga, so I don't think they can outsell comic books. But I would think they can try to outsell each other, but they're all popular paperback novels as well, so. Maybe that'll be an answer for that one. So next is at Smackays. Sorry if I mispronounced the name, but at Smackays. Oh no, sorry. Forget the A part. It's Ryan. First I said it's like at AOL.com, the ad part. Scratch that. Sorry. So the first one I'm sorry about that, but it's Ryan Hop 267. Ryan Hop 6732. Sorry about the confusion there. And then here it's discard all the at part. They put all the A for the at, all from all these names. I don't know why. But Ryan Hop 6732. That's your name for the first question. And then Smack A's, there you go. So he says, so Jurassic Godzilla fans, sir, you're in luck. I have 6 questions. So for you, okay. Number 1, as a huge Disney and Pixar fan, could you review A Bug's Life, Alice in Wonderland, 1951, the original, The Jungle Book 2, and Robin Hood, the Disney anime movies? Well, I'll eventually review those down the line though. But if I currently don't have those DVDs, so well I do. I do have Robin Hood. I could eventually review Robin Hood, but I don't have Alice in Wonderland. I don't have A Bug's Life though. Although I do have the old Bug's Life on VHS stored away though, but I don't have A Bug's Life on DVD though. I'll eventually have to pick that up though. But I could review Robin Hood. Number 2, what are your thoughts on the Kung Fu Panda? What are your thoughts on the Kung Fu Panda? I like the first Kung Fu Panda. I do. I like the second one, Kung Fu Panda 2, and I do like number 3. And then Jack Black does decently, very decently as Po. And also, this other voice cast as well, like Dustin Hoffman as Shifu, Angelina Jolie as Tigress, Jackie Chan as Monkeys. Seth Rogen. Forget about Seth Rogen now. Which comes into another question later on, which I'll talk about with regarding about Seth Rogen though. So, forget Seth Rogen. David Cross, but he did voice Mantis though. But David Cross as Crane. Lucy Liu as Viper, even James Hong as Ping, Po's father. But decent villains as well. But I like Kung Fu. I like Kung Fu Panda. Number 3, since it's August now, how about your review Reese's School's Out? So that's the third question. I'll eventually get that on DVD too. I remember the TV show Reese's. I do remember the movie Reese's School's Out, so I'll have to review that one. But I don't have the movie though. Sadly, I'll have to pick it up though. Number 4, since you're a DreamWorks fan, how about your review Flushed Away in 2006? Once again, I'll pick it up and I'll get the movie and I'll review it though. But as I said, there's just so much on my plate that I have to review. It's gonna take quite a while for me to review these movies. Hope you understand. Number 5, even though I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to sequels, how is about you review The Return of Jafar, featuring Dan Castellaneta as the genie and Aladdin, and The King of Thieves. That's the third one, featuring John Rhys Davies as Kazim, Jerry Orbach as Solak. I mean, yeah, I like Return of Jafar. Even in the third film, Prince of Thieves, with Aladdin's father, and Robin Williams does come back as Genie. So, I'll eventually have to give him a review, though, but... Anyway, and then, number 6... Well, because... I think you have 7 questions, because you said you wrote down question number 3 twice, and then you have... So I think you have 7 questions because you put down number 3 twice. Question number 3 twice. Like number 3 and number 3, so. But, I think this will be number 6, technically. So you technically have 7 questions. Because you put down 3 twice, so. And then needs to go on and say 4, then 5. So, but anyway, since number 5 is you put down. Since Trolls is getting a third movie, how was your review of the first movie from 2016? I'm not really big on I wasn't really big on Trolls. I mean, the toys before the movies came out wasn't big on though. I remember the toys, the Trolls though, but I wasn't really big on. I know I like DreamWorks though, but the voice cast. I'm not. I can't really say Ariana what was it? Anna Kendrick and then Justin Timberlake are the 2 leads. I just couldn't get into the Trolls, you know. I really couldn't. This is just me, though. But I know there's a third film coming out, yeah, called Band Together. And then your last one is, since Talk Like a Pirate Day is going to be on September, how's your review Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of Black Pearl? Love Cameron. Pirates of the Caribbean. I like the first Pirates of the Caribbean. I do like the sequel, Dead Man's Chest. Maybe I'll review the first one though. Like I said, I just got a lot to do. If eventually I review any of these movies, it's gonna be quite a while though. But anyway, Smack A's. Thank you for the questions. I'll try to review any of these movies whenever I can. So, next is Junebug Films. I remember you from last year. Which, some of these questions I'm like, okay, but I'll get to the first one. Are you aware that there are almost 50 Animeville movies because Animeville is technically a public domain because you cannot trademark your own? Yeah, there is to me, Annabelle did not need a franchise, you know. Same thing with some other certain horror films that didn't need a franchise. Yeah, there's been 10, 15 of them. Yeah, so I don't think that. There's only we can only do so much with the Animeville, with the house and all that stuff, you know, and yeah, I'm aware there's so many sequels, and then of course the 2005 remake that sucked. So yeah, and then your questions 2, 3, and 4. I'm like, why are you asking me? Like, number two, you said you got a beautiful girl to your house to watch a movie. What would you pick? I mean, yes, I do have a girl. Yes, I do. You know, a lot of times when I'm facing the other way, you can see a picture sitting right here on the computer monitor. Yes, I do. We just pick whatever movies we decide. Okay. Yes, I do. Okay, but I mean, if I would ask about a beautiful girl, I mean, I have one right there. But you see the picture on the computer model right there. But you say but what movies we watch? We watch any kind as long as we're in agreement. I mean, she doesn't like gory, scary movies. I mean, she would just do this, cover her face, when something bad's gonna happen. Number 3, what do you have for snacks with the same girl? I don't know. I'm pretty sure she doesn't really care what kind of snacks. Chips, I don't know, candy. Number 4, most beautiful woman you ever seen on. I guess you meant to say on TV. I guess because you just didn't put anything after on, so I wouldn't know. On TV, I have no idea. And number 5, when is Taco Bell gonna become the last restaurant? Well, like, are you trying to reference in Demolition Man that Taco Bell's the one that survived the food wars, the franchise wars? Referring to, you think Taco Bell's gonna be the one to survive the franchise wars from Demolition Man? I would not be surprised. I mean, Taco Bell is popular, so I would not be surprised if it's a battle between like McDonald's and Taco Bell. Who knows? So, but anyway, yeah, Junebug Films. Thank you for the questions. Next is David Enriquez dash ZW8SY. Are you looking forward to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Well, the thing is, though, I kind of already have seen one already, and that is Willy's Wonderland. Yeah, it's kind of like inspiration from Five Nights at Freddy's. But I love Willy's Wonderland, though. But as for the movie itself, it's based on the game itself. Josh Hutcherson from the Hunger Games and the Journey movies, Red Dawn remake. And you got Matthew Lillard, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Okay, you got some two decent actors in there. But, I mean, is it going to be, quote, so scary, whatever? No. Yeah, I know it's produced from Jason Blum, I know that. But, to me, I already have basically a Five Nights at Freddy movie, and that's Willy's Wonderland. I would probably put this over the actual Five Nights at Freddy movie because I had fun with Willy's Wonderland. Nicolas Cage kicking ass, I like the songs, the animatronics of the Willy and the other robots. So probably not. I mean, what can you do since Willy's Wonderland already came out? Even the Banana Splits movie was kind of like a little bit of that. Though, what can you do with Five Nights at Freddy's? Well, in the game, all you do is looking through security cameras and shut the doors, save your power, and try to make it through the night. What bases more can you do? It's like same thing. Willy's Wonderland. It's just try to survive the night, So I don't know what can you do more any differently from Willy's Wonderland, basically from that. So probably not. I mean, I like Matthew Lillard, but I'll probably say mostly not. So next is I'll skip this one because I'll probably save that for last. Next is El Kunkel. Sorry, I pronounced her name. 10 questions, which I did kind of say earlier, not too many questions like 10 though, but oh well. But the first question is: do you have the National Lampoon's Vacation in your DVD collection? I have the Christmas Vacation. I do have National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation in my collection. To me, I think that's my favorite. That's my favorite of the franchise. Yeah, to me, that's the only one I have in my collection. Because to me, I think that's my favorite. That's the best one of the series. Christmas Vacation. So number 2, will you rant on the new TMNT movie? Yeah, I will. I did see it. Sad to say. Mutant Mayhem. What I mentioned earlier about with Seth Rogen and Kung Fu Panda, right? I'm like, I brought up the name. I'm like, this is the reason why I say fuck Seth Rogen, okay? Because what he did for the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Yeah, I will rant on it. It will be another big one, but I will rant on that though. I will. Yes. What are your thoughts on the writer's strike? I'm not gonna get involved myself on that. Okay, whether it's right or wrong, I'm not getting involved in that. Whatever that stupid name for the writer's strike. I'm not saying nothing about that. I'm not getting involved. Otherwise, some people are gonna get pissed at me or whether I'm right or wrong. I'm not getting involved in that. So next question. What do you think of Grown Ups 2? I don't care for the first Grown Ups movie, so I'm obviously not caring for Grown Ups 2. Question 5, did you like Coming to America? As in Coming to America 2. No, I did not like Coming to America 2. That was one of the worst ones that came out. Did it come out in 2022 or 2021? I forget. No, I did not like Coming to America 2. No. Will you review Shrek from 2001? Yes, I will eventually because I like the first Shrek film. Number 7, did you like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? Technically, it's probably the best superhero film I've seen from this year. I mean, better than Ant-Man Quantumania. And plus, it's probably been the... what was the... Oh yeah, a hell lot better than The Flash. Yeah, definitely a lot better than The Flash. I mean that's the only superhero film that's made the most money. That made the most money this year because Guardians of the Galaxy is a well-known name now, especially with director James Gunn and the same ensemble cast like Chris Pratt, Dave Bautista, Zoe Saldana, Karen Gillan, Bradley Cooper, and Vin Diesel. Technically, I could say it's the best. I could say it's the best one of the superhero. I could definitely say probably it's a lot. It looks a lot better than the Marvels or Blue Beetle. So I could say that right now. And to me, the High Evolutionary to me it was the best Marvel villain I've seen, MCU villain I've seen in a while. Next, along with Kane the Conqueror, because I said before in the third Ant-Man movie, Kane the Conqueror, Jonathan Majors was the best part of that movie. So I'd probably say the two best MCU villains I've seen in some time is Kane the Conqueror and the High Evolutionary. Because with the High Evolutionary's plan, to him to create the perfect society, and his obsession trying to get Rocket, The name's Rocket. Rocket Raccoon. And I forget the guy who plays the High Evolutionary. His name's hard to pronounce, though. But I thought he was a better MCU villain I've seen in a while, along with Kane the Conqueror. So yeah, you can take a see. I like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because it's the best superhero film of this year. So next, number 8. Did you see the THX robots on your Pixar DVDs? No, because I don't own any of the new recent Pixar movies. Screw Disney, screw Pixar. So no, I don't see any of that on the new Pixar DVDs because, unless you're referring to that the hopping lamp that comes on, it pops on the title of Pixar. Other than that, no. Thoughts on Illumination Migration? Are you referring to the studio that's owned by that Universal owns that does the Despicable Me movie franchise and such? Illumination Migration? I don't know what you mean by that. Unless you're referring to that part of that studio, which kind of ties into the next question, your last question. Do you like Despicable Me 2? I'm not a fan of the Despicable Me franchises, let alone the Minions. I don't like the Minions. The little minions, the side characters, the little yellow minions. I like to kick them through a field goal. To me, I think they're annoying. I'm not a fan of the Despicable Me, so if I'm not a fan of that franchise, obviously I'm not a fan of the second film. I just can never get into that series, that franchise, along with the spin-offs of Minions and all that stuff. So no, I can't say I like the movie because I'm not a fan of the franchise. But anyway, El Conkle, thank you for the questions anyway. Okay. Let's move on. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Here's some smaller questions. Alter ego bro 4826. He has 4 questions. Okay. What's your opinion on Slaughterhouse, aka the Killer Sloth movie? You know, other than on the movie news, I go into the anything that's related to horror. I go into the show, the website Bloody Disgusting. Right? Yeah, I did hear about that. You know, they're just trying to like basically just draw straws. You know, which animal can be the next killer? Because we've seen how many killer shark films and how many other type of animal movies like we've seen. Oh, so let's make a killer sloth now. What do they do? It's gonna slowly try to claw you to death. I mean, they're just really just drawing straws, right? But just seeing which animal can be the next killer. To me, it's a silly idea. Will you review Quasi? That's your second question. Quasi? I haven't heard that name. Quasi. I haven't heard of this film, so I can't tell you if I review it. So I haven't heard of this movie. Quasi. What's your opinion? Your third question is, what's your opinion on the Muppets Mayhem? Since they did the Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, what they do a Muppets Mayhem movie now? My opinion on it, I just haven't heard this until now, so I can't really have an opinion on it. I'm aware they're trying to what Muppets Unleashed now. Is that gonna be mayhem? I don't know. Probably get more enjoyment from a Muppet spreading mayhem than more than I saw in that abysmal Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. And so your last question is thoughts on the Monopoly movie. Don't care. I mean, how we could do with the idea of just making your pass go and collect $200 and try to buy everything. I don't know how I can make the Monopoly movie work. But overall, I'll say don't care. Don't care about the Monopoly movie. Alter Ego Bro 4826. Thank you for the questions anyway. Next is Bobby Reynolds 9277. If you're stranded on an island and you brought 9 things with you, brought 9 things with you, brought 3 movies, 3 games, 3 TV shows, what would they be? Okay, games. If you're referring to video games, probably. If you're referring to video games, one would be Battle Monsters. That would be the first one I would bring. That me and my brother grew up playing so many freaking times I lost count. Next, I would probably bring Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog I would bring. 1 or 2. And the last one I would probably bring is Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters Coliseum. That's a good time waster. Well, because since I played it a million times. That's for games. TV shows. If anime counts as a TV show, it should be, yeah. I will bring Inuyasha. You know, for a long season, I would save a lot of time for us watching some long seasons. Inuyasha. I'll probably bring Food Wars. But actual TV shows, I would probably bring Star Trek, either Next Generation or the original series. A lot of good time wasters to watch those. So yeah. But of course, other TV shows other than anime, other TV shows. SpongeBob, just for the sake of it, SpongeBob. Just get a good laugh. Or the Three Stooges. And as for movies, of course, Jurassic Park, Godzilla 1998, the 3 movies. And for our last one, John Carpenter's The Thing. Or Deep Rising. Deep Rising, John Carpenter's The Thing, Jurassic Park. I'll probably watch those, or Godzilla 1998. So that's question 1. Number 2, what movies that you used to hate and now you like, and films that you used to like and now you hate? Good question. That's a pretty good question right there. Well, I could probably say, years ago, a film that I originally did not care for, but it grew on me over time, and now I really do like it. And that would be Soldier, from 1998, starring Kurt Russell. I watched it a couple of times when I was a kid with my dad. And I wasn't really all too sure about that movie, you know. I mean, back then when I was little, I did not know who Kurt Russell was. You know, I didn't really fully understand what the movie was about, you know. Because I just remember through memory because of how the way the film looked, though. But nowadays, years later, I've grown to like it more and more to the point I really liked it. Because now I really enjoy Kurt Russell. I mean, you had Jason Scott Lee, Jason Isaacs, Gary Busey, Michael Chiklis, Connie Nelson. And I really like Soldier quite a lot. You know, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, one of his better movies. Better than any of his Resident Evil movies, sad to say. Saying that it takes place in the same universe as Blade Runner. So yeah, soldiers that I used to quite not care for, but over time I like now. I really do enjoy Soldier. But the ones that I like, that I used to like and now I hate... What I used to like and now... Okay. Yeah, I do come to hate this movie now. Because Bride of Chucky. That was one that's why when I was younger I did like, because I liked the first 3 Child's Play movies. Yeah, it did a little change of pace when I did more of the comedic route though. But the more years, even though when I reviewed it a long time ago, it was not a rant. If I would do it again and I re-review that movie, it would be a rant now. Because I've come to dislike that movie now, because all the bullcrap with the sequels now with Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, you know, and the TV show. And it was I hate Jennifer Tilly. I don't like her. I think she sucks as an actress. I'm sorry. And with the rest of those the later movies went more back to its scary dark roots instead of the comedic. They were all a bunch of silly stuff as well. Okay. So I'd probably say when I first saw it was when I was little, I did like, but now I don't like the movie now. Bride of Chucky. If I re-review that movie now, it will be a rant. So that's second question number 3. Have you ever heard of Geo Fan 1993? If so, what's your thoughts on him? So I would say maybe I saw it once when I come across when I want to watch something about Godzilla, but the name didn't come to me. So pretty much I haven't heard of him. I just watch videos, anything I can find on Godzilla, you know. Maybe the name did pop up on there, but overall I can say probably not heard of him. But your fourth question is, what if GOG Fan 1993 and Rambo Rap for Life did a collaboration? I wouldn't really care. Honestly, I wouldn't really care if they did a collaboration. I mean, he does collaborations with his friends all the time. Rambo Rap for Life, you know, with live stream and stuff like that. You know, with OCP communications, etc. But then your fifth question is, how would you react if someone put you in a video game? If someone put me in a video game, hey, you know what? I'd be honored, you know. If someone put like an image of me, you know, with the image of me with long hair and my glasses, you know. If someone put me in a video game, I'd be cool with that, you know. Because hey, at least I got so, at least you know, someone would uh notice me on here. You know, I mean, I got many people who know me on YouTube. You know, but well, by my subscribers, I do. But if someone put me in a video game, I'd be totally cool with that. You know, say hey, at least I get to be at least I got to be in a video game. Probably an honor thing, but for someone like me, probably whatever get to get, you know. So, yeah, I'd be cool with that, totally. So, Bobby Reynolds 9277, thank you for those questions. Next, I'll go to probably I'll stop with this one, and I'll stop it and do it on the next part here. So this will be the last one, then I'll go into the next part. Have you ever thought about having, number one, have you ever thought of having a creative job in your youth, such as filmmaking, acting, and some other artistic qualities that you're interested in? I'm just an aspiring animator and screenwriter, but I'm just a nobody. All I want to do is tell stories. Yeah, when I was younger, that's a good question too. Yeah, when I was younger, you know, I was not into filmmaking though, but I did growing up. You know, I can memorize pretty much a whole lot of lines of dialogue from various movies. Sometimes I could tell even whole movies. I mean, I can act out the parts. I do. I know what to say. Like particularly Clue. You know, from the '85 comedy film Clue with Tim Curry among others, right? I pretty much seen that movie so many times. I have memorized the movie. I can act out the parts, right? But as filmmaking, no, wasn't my thing. But other artistic qualities, you know, that I was interested in. I know how to draw. I'm good at drawing. I've drawn a lot of good. I've drawn over the past years. I've drawn a lot of things. You know, I just copy it. When I look at the image, I can just copy it freehand. I was very good at drawing, you know. So, but other than that, though, I mean, but that was a good question though. But drawing for me, I can act though, but but some people can say I'm just laughable acting, and we've seen it on camera though. But I know the parts though. But that was a good question. Number two, have you ever been considering of separating the art from the artist? Separating the art from the artist. Have I ever considered separating the art from the artist? Maybe. If I refer to myself, I can separate my art from my art to the artist. I can probably separate myself from my art to me. Separating the art from the artist, like, I honestly don't know. Honestly, I could tell with separating the art from the artist. But if they have a good enough talent, you know, separating the art from the artist, maybe. But probably can't tell them that though. Sorry about that one. But anyway, number three. What are your top 10 films of all time? Yours are Pan's Labyrinth, E.T. (parentheses hate me for it), Goodfellas, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Ed Wood, Modern Times, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Boyhood, Nosferatu, and The Purple Rose of Cairo. But all-time favorite movies. Make a top 10 list. Well, I know my all-time favorite movie is Jurassic Park. My all-time favorite horror film is John Carpenter's The Thing. So those will be in my top 10. Tremors, all-time personal favorite for me. Deep Rising, definitely. Godzilla, 1998. It's always been a personal favorite of mine. So that's 5 right there. There's also ones I just can't. There's a lot of films I do know of though, but I just can't put on the list though. But because I really put a lot of heart and thought on the rest of them though. But 5 of those I really do consider put on my list though. But so I have 5 though. Other ones those I would the rest of the 5 I probably had to because I've enjoyed so many movies, so I'll put on my personal list. You know, probably had to think of a top 20 list though. But I know for sure it's Jurassic Park, John Carpenter's The Thing, Tremors, Deep Rising. And Godzilla 1998, yeah. But that's 5 for now. But I would put a more time and effort to think about what other ones I would consider put in my all-time favorite list, though. But anyway, E-Play Productions. E-Play Productions. Thank you for those questions. I'll stop right here. So I'll continue this on in part 2. Like I said, I knew I was going to do this in a second part. So, but for the rest who I answer your questions to in this video, I hope I answered your questions as well as I could. Thank you for sending them to me. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 2 of this, and I'll see you on the next part.